So hey everybody, how you doing? Okay, so by the way, thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for listening to my journey and pumping along with me. As I said once before, the main reason I started this channel is I've been on a healing journey, and I've actually helped a few others get through their journey, or at least start their journey, whether it's getting through losing a few pounds or getting better sleep, whatever. Most in particular lately, it's been walking through traumas and out of them from past traumas. That's something that I've helped myself with, and I would love to help anybody else. So by the way, please hit the like, subscribe, and the bell icon, because I'm doing my best. This Gypsy is doing her best. I'm doing a lot of this by myself. Not a lot, all of it so far. I'm manifesting help, and I know it's going to arrive just in time. There's a lot of this stuff that I'm able to do, so I'm thankful, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not an electrician. I'm not a mechanic. So when it comes to that point, I will need some help. I'm going to do my best in trying to, when the build comes, start being able to do it. I've been following some really amazing people. I want to give a shout out to them. Sunflower kind of feeling, I believe. I could have it wrong. Leave Her Wild, and Schoolie, as well as I learned something from Tango Romeo 87. So they use JB Weld for a lot of their small holes, and he went through a whole thing of explaining how to fill them. So that's what I'm going to do today. I've already, as you can see, I've cleaned up the floor pretty good. It looks kind of weird and wicked, but that's okay. I've done quite a lot of it. I've got some more of this rust corrector stuff, whatever it's called, you can see right there. And I've also ordered some Rustoleum paint, which that's going to help protect and stop everything, because we keep getting a lot of rain. I've noticed that there are some leaks on the doors. Like up here, you can see the rubber seal is there. I also noticed the other day, and I actually talked about it, there is a leakage coming from up there, so I ordered some really good caulking stuff. Hey, I also noticed, when you close the doors, there is mega leakage. But I have met somebody who also knows about Wayne bodies and is able to get parts and so forth. So I'll be reaching out to him to take care of that. And also that thing across the top, that's why I got the caulking, etc. There's a leakage right there, but look at that. Look how all of that is cleaned up. I got all that stuff up. All the bolts are gone, etc., etc. So I'm going to set this camera up here. I found this little tripod that I forgot I had. It's just a shorty, but I'm going to play with this JB Weld and fill up. I'll start with these 4 holes right here. They're where the bolts were for the seats. So I'm going to do that and hopefully try to get all of these at least filled up, the little ones. I've got 2 big holes over there where the heater was, and a few people have given me some ideas. So I've got a lot of the metal left from the bus itself. Cut a piece and put it in there or something. I'll figure something out. Anyways, so that's kind of what I'm going to do. And my camera does not have the option to do the speed up like everybody else's does. It's an older Android. But my goal is to get a better phone. But I did want to share a little bit about what's been going on. And this is why I say, I've healed from a lot of strange things. Like I've went through, I used to deal with PTSD, depression. I'm trying to open some windows to get some airflow going on in here. And anxiety, so bad. I'm pretty sure I drove my kids crazy. Anyway, so so this week was kind of a rough one where I live at. I rent a room presently, and I'm an online coach and an online teacher. So nevertheless, the AC in my room went out. I mentioned it to the landlord, and her suggestion was that I buy a new one. Like, okay, not my AC, you know. Or it didn't go out, it just wasn't keeping the room as cool as it should. And then she said I could take it with me. I'm like, I'm going on a bus, a short bus. I have an AC. So, nevertheless, I started praying and I reached out to all my prayer warriors. And one friend in particular reached out to me, and the next morning she had ordered me a new AC, which I was in shock. But I almost told her no, but I also am learning to be in the receiving mode. I'm a giver. I help. I've helped a lot of people in so many ways. And so I was so honored and so, it touched my heart in such a way that somebody would do something like that for me. Not so much for me. I can deal with it, but I have 2 dogs, and one in particular, my Chico, he's 17 and a half years old, and you know, he's struggling with all kinds of stuff. So I'm doing everything I can to keep him comfortable. And so if the room is just as humid as it is outside, it's really hard for him. He's breathing heavy, etc. So that AC arrived yesterday, and I got it hooked up, and he slept so good last night. So I was so happy about that. So that's kind of been, I've just been kind of busy doing that. Plus also only coming out here periodically because the rain has just been atrocious here. It's crazy. Like, it's not just a rain. It's like pouring down, flooding the ground, and just crazy. So anyways, so I want to show this JB Weld thing real quickly, what I learned, and I want to really thank you guys. Tango Romeo 87, really awesome people. Their bus is a lot bigger than mine. So anyways, and hopefully in a few weeks I'll be to the point where I'll be putting down some insulation. And I do realize with these grooves that are here, I'm thinking about doing that foam spray first, and then smooth it out, flatten it, and then come back in with, I'm thinking foam board, and then the board, etc. I got some other ideas for this side stuff. I've decided to leave the ceiling because there's really nothing wrong with it, and I'll fill any holes where I removed rivets. All the center stuff is still there. And I got an idea from Sculiani on putting a skylight in that emergency hatch. So yeah, I've learned so much from all of you online. I'm just so honored and blessed to be part of this school nation of amazing people who treat others with respect and so forth. I'm just, you know, a lot of us don't know each other, but I'm so looking forward to one day meeting all of you, and, you know, maybe we can all sit and meditate and do some yoga together. So anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and do this, and hopefully I'll make some sense. And I will maybe talk or maybe not, I don't know. And I still haven't learned how to add music to any of this stuff, but I'm learning. And I'm thinking, let me see, what's today? Wednesday. I think by this coming Saturday, I'm going to go live, do a live chat on my YouTube channel. So I would love for any of you to come in and chat with me and ask me questions, share some ideas with me, because like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just taking it one day at a time and learning what I can. So please come and meet me, and you know, if you want to talk about health, let's talk about health. You want to talk about bus building, let's talk about bus building. You want to talk about old dogs, let's talk about some old dogs. I would just love to learn, get to know you and have some great conversations. So here we go. So anyways, this is what I learned. You have to take this here, I'm going to put some gloves on. They're just disposables. What you're supposed to do is take this out, kind of this weird clay stick stuff, and then it's going to stick to my glove. That's just fine. Okay. So anyways, you cut off just a small piece at a time. I do remember he said that. Cut off what you think you can use up in a few minutes, because it pretty much gets solid quickly. I'm going to cover that back up and keep it going. This other disposable glove on. Okay. I'm not the best camera person, but I'm learning. You know that? You gotta play with this for a little bit. Maybe I won't use gloves. Kind of weird. So anyways, and just kind of play with it like putty. It's a dark in the middle and a light on the outside until it all becomes unified in color. And I've already wiped off those 4 squares there, and it sets up pretty quickly, so you want to make sure that it's soft and mixed really well, which is what I'm doing. And then we will take a small piece of it, so hopefully you can see that. I don't know, can you see those holes? Yeah, okay, there. So then I'm going to take a little bit at a time and put it in there, because what's supposed to happen is after it sets, which it doesn't take long to set, but I'm going to let it set overnight, then I'll come back out here with the grinder tomorrow and smooth them out, and then they'll be ready for putting the floor on top, pretty much is what we're doing. Okay, so it's JBD Weld, or JB Weld, JBD. Okay, so that little bit is just enough for 3 holes. So it's kind of, yeah. Mostly we are just covering it just because it's going to be covered over anyway, and then I'm going to paint it, of course, with some Rustoleum paint, and that doesn't really matter what color because it's going to get covered anyway, right? So that's kind of how he instructed. So I just kind of smooth it and fill that hole, just the top part, you know, because you're going to come back with the mound, with the grinder, and smooth it out and flatten it out in the end, right? So, yeah, because I washed the floor really, really good too. There's some areas I'm still going to touch up that I have to touch up. So I'm going to pause this for now, and then I'll show you guys after I get quite a few done, okay? Okay, so it's pretty hot and humid out here. Anyway, so the 1 tube I was able to get right there, and all this whole black beam here. Still got that other side over there, so I'm going to take care of that, and then I'll finish off and let you know, let you see it. Okay, took 2 tubes to get these 2 black, whatever this is. Looks like at one point they had to add extra metal, probably for some rust, I'm sure. I was able to fill up a couple extra things here and there. Like I said, I've got some ideas for that right there. And that's gonna take a little bit, but a few people have given me some ideas. I'm not sure here, but here it was like the last thing that I did, so I'm still gonna hit that with the grinder tomorrow. And also this other thing I've got that goes on the drills, kind of like a plastic sander thing, and see how much more I can get it cleaned up. I have 1 small can that I had gotten of Rustoleum. I might at least dab that around after I clean it up. I'm going to order some more JBD Weld, and then there's these other, what was I told? It's kind of like an aluminum tape, so if somebody has any ideas, please let me know. I'm just getting stuff slowly as I go. You know, funds, I collect money, and then I turn around and get what I need, so just doing it one moment at a time. So, like I said, I live here in San Antonio. Anybody want to come and help, by all means, you're welcome. But I want to get to the point where hopefully by the end of this weekend, the floor is at least prepped to at least start priming it with Rustoleum paint. So I've already ordered some stuff that I need. I'll be picking up the foam, whatever that is, foam insulation, yeah. And then these grooves, I'm just going to spray it on there and then just kind of use a board. I saw somebody thought that was a good idea. Take a flat board and just stroke it across the top, kind of like decorating a cake, and let it just sit there, and then put the foam boards on top. But I'm going to wait on that because first I'm going to paint it. There's a few other holes I've got to touch up, but that's why I was told the aluminum tape stuff would be perfect. I've got the big ones, and then I've just got those big ones there and there, and I think over there might be one, but I don't remember seeing one. I just want to finish sanding it up. And then I've got the caulking for the outside. So I don't want to do too much until I get done with that, because there are 2 leaks that I've seen. They're not drastically, but you know, yeah. So anyways, thank you so much. Like I said, Saturday, today is what, the 7th of July. So I'm going to upload this as soon as I get done cleaning up. Hey, and WD-40 cleaned up my hands. It's probably not the best, but I'll go in and wash my hands really, really good. And then I've got to walk my dog. But Saturday, I would love to come on and meet some of you and get to know some of you. If you want to share some ideas. Hey, I'm just a grandma doing this on my own. It's been my dream for a while to have a tiny house. The bus thing, I think it's an awesome idea. I can drive and live and have my dogs with me and work, etc. So by all means, share. I'm learning as I go. I watch a few YouTubes. Oh, okay, yeah, I see it, blah, blah, blah. And then, so I want to thank all of you who are posting. And hopefully maybe this will inspire somebody else. Because if I can do it in my 60s, anybody can do this. So peace, take care, and thank you so much. Like I said in the beginning, hit that like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell icon so you'll get notified when I'm uploading another video, as well as when I'm going live. I really actually am a life health coach, and I've helped a lot of people either change their lifestyle for living healthier on nutritional value, and or walking through and out of trauma that is blocked energy. So take a deep breath. Peace. Love you guys. Thank you so much.